God bless you. Praying for each other helps each other. So God bless you. Thanks for the support, everyone. Help us support making this happen. Really, everyone. A lot of people have supported this over the years. Thank you to everyone. Jamie, Pauletta, this week. Jay, thank you. George, Pamela, what? Can't thank you enough. Roxy, really everyone's supporting this financially, hitting the likes, sending the videos out, you know, everyone doing everything to support this concept of truth and getting it out there. I appreciate it. Hey, you might make my life work to happen. But man, you push out the truth a lot, even in my neighborhood, even the gypsy. I get texts all day, all last night, everything. What about this? What about that? So, Mike, God bless you, brother. Alan, Jay Baba, right? Yeah, Alan. Thanks for the support, man. Jason, all right. Glad you made it. Fantastic. Jay, he made it. Jay Farks in the house. All right. So I was just going on about thanks for the support. That's as far as I got so far, but really thank you. I decided to change the name of the show at the last minute to Stars and Halos. So just from information I got from right before the show. So we'll talk about that. Pauletta, hey, yeah, God bless you and everyone here. What? That's so perfect. That's such a great one. Got it all done. Thanks for your support, Pauletta. That's every kind of support, donation, prayers, your something. Thank you. Frank and Gina in the house. Hey, Bob. Oh, praise Jesus Christ. Greetings, everyone. Uh, Interested in the truth. Oh, look at you. Look at you got caught into the truth. So, really, thank you. Thank you for that. So, we could go into a few things. How about the gathering? Let's talk about that up front. That's gonna be next week. I think I got an idea about how to go live on that show, and so I'm gonna keep it under my hat, and it'll be a secret until it happens next week. Except for the people that are coming to Sarasota for the gathering, direct message me in a classroom if you're coming. I'll give you my phone number, and I'll text you probably or call you or whatever the information about uh, where you can get together next week if you're in the Sarasota area to do my show live and like be there and sit there and be like, hey, what about this? What about that? And uh, it's not like I have a great setup or nothing like that, or I just have a laptop, so it's not going to be any fantastic. Oh man, we got all the mics set up. This is great. Like it's not going to be like that, but uh, I think it would be good to do that. So um, we could try to improve on it in the future, but I think that would be a good way to go next week. Hey, you get my phone number. I'll fill you in on where it's going to be and stuff like that if you're going to be in the area. Okay. All right. Yeah, it will be nice. Just to kind of hang out and visit, on Sunday and visit with each other. So I think that'll be good. So excited about that's good, Jay Babatini. Fantastic. It's really cool people, is what it turns out to be. You're like, what? Where did all these interesting, intelligent, with God people come from? It's like I didn't think there were any. There are. There just aren't a lot of them. So it's really great. And it's going to be some, people that haven't didn't come last year and stuff. Is not going to be any giant gathering, but it's just the right people, and it's going to be interesting. So, looking forward to that. And I just, I think that'd be a good part of the gathering is to gather for that show and stuff like that. So, it should be interesting and fun hanging out with each other. Okay. Um, I mean, if you're coming, definitely go to the beach at some point. You know what I mean? Like if you're coming for the gathering, you could get there different ways. Uber or a Lyft or could rent a car. You could. I think Jamie brought a rollerblades and went down on them. Like that's all. Like you did what? I go there on my electric bike if it's busy. It won't be that busy that time of year though. They probably got different kind of buses and stuff that go down there. They got a trolley once you're on the beach, not a bus proper. They don't go down there. Stupid. So anyway, but I'm just saying you want to get down to either Siesta Key Beach, the number one beach in America. Go see why they say that, or where I go regular too, Nokomis Beach, Nokomis. So if you're in the area, that's what I recommend. Like if you're going to Sarasota, you're like, oh well, you want to go south a little bit. Like Nokomis is a little south because there are fewer people down there, and because there's a gigantic state park, kind of like between Sarasota and Venice. And Nokomis is in that area. It takes up a huge amount of space that houses could be in. So it's like less people down there, which is good. So then, like in Sarasota, is a lot more people. So information, there's cool stuff to do and see. The Marie Selby like botanical garden place is super cool. It's ridiculous. God made buildings and plants and all this stuff on the water. I haven't been to it, but the Wrigley Museum is cool. Maybe we should do that. I don't know. But mainly, it's just going to be, visiting, hanging out, getting a rest, and, meet one another, sort of like planning as we go, like meet early in the week. Like this gathering on Sunday at noon will be early in that week anyway, if we get together the night before. But and if you're not here for very long, you're going to be messaging me, hey, you want to get baptized? Okay, great. I want to make sure I have time for you individually. I don't really have that many planned events or nothing like that, but more like spending time with each other, and we got to get food and stuff like that. So just sort of basic hanging out time and visiting, getting to know each other. They go do something like, hey, you want to go to the beach, or you want to, you know what I mean? Like, that kind of thing based on the weather. But it's really just gonna be hot, like sunny, and like 83 or 85, and the water's like at 77 or 78 when you get here, maybe, and perfectly like aquamarine, like Caribbean water. Perfect conditions right now, the absolute perfect conditions. So no seaweed on the beach, no red tide, no hurricane, none of that business. But it's just starting to get hot. So it'll be going down to like a 70 at night, at like 85 during the day ish. You know what I mean? It generally is sunny. Probably that's what's up. Just so you know what the experience will be like for those, for that time. Okay. And if you haven't gotten a place yet, like I'm saying, like a Bee Ridge of Beneva, kind of like centrally located. Uh, I'm in Osprey, so I could come up and visit you all up there. I could ride my bike or whatever. So you can make plans for something in the future during your visit. Discuss it. decide who might be interested in discussing it or working on it. You know, I don't want to presuppose things. People are very intelligent. They're showing up and they'll have good thoughts on what to do. Want to get together in the future? Do you want to, things like that? Okay. All right. Any thoughts come up on the gathering? I'll move on to another topic unless you got something to say. What about the oyster bar place? Yeah, Sarasota is huge. That's why I said near Bee Ridge and Beneva, like an Airbnb near that area is good. The Sobers are pretty hauling ass out of here, so it shouldn't be this place. Nothing here is cheap. You know what I mean? So, but it's super beautiful. Uh, so even if you can come for a couple days, that's what I'm saying. Message me. I want to make sure I visit with you, spend time with you and stuff. Whatever amount of time you can come. But I wanted to make a week long, so hey, come for the week, or I could come for this part or something like that. Mike was in and out, and it was like, I'll be here for the week. I was like, oh, okay. So, all right, let me see what else we got here. You find me on the sand, yeah, man. You never go to leave Siesta Key. That if you're up at the sand, it's the most perfect sand, and it's like kind of shallow getting into the water. It's not like, oh, it's deep. The Cobus is like it gets deeper, not deep fast, not like that, but I mean faster. Siesta Key is like slow. It's like perfect sand. You got children or whatever. It's amazing. Anyway, I don't know about an oyster bar place. I don't know, so I don't know. That's what I'm saying. People have good ideas, and make some plans. If you have good ideas, bring them to the table, and we'll discuss them. Make a list. Be like, yeah, different people can do different things. We went different cool places in India. So you went to the Google Maps search and park the little icon right at the parking place. You say you parked your van. Yeah, 3060 was cool. It's really beautiful down there. I'm telling you, it really is. Hurricane really changed things up down there, but still beautiful. It's not as beautiful, but it's still ridiculously beautiful in the Cubs. And Siesta Key Beach actually didn't suffer from the hurricanes. The last it did for the middle ones, it was all like a moonscape. And the last one smoothed it out and made it perfect. It's like, what? How did that happen? So Siesta Key is like just never gets bad. It's like God was like, I'm gonna make it perfect again. So anyway, and Siesta Key is really the closest to that part of Sarasota. It can't be beat, and the crowds are starting to go down now. So Captain Place, I don't know, Didi. Dream Team is going to be. That's true. Oh, okay. I don't know, Didi. Okay, I'm not sure, but great. I'm glad you got that sorted out, and that's exciting. People are going to get to see Didi, and Didi's coming. What? That's fabulous. And so many other cool people are coming. Yes. Okay. Good good on the gathering. Reason I'm not doing every detail is I just don't want the devil and all his minions to just all show up. It's happened so many times in the past to me whenever I try to do anything. So it's not about me wanting you to not get the information clearly or anything like that. It's me wanting you to not have to deal with them. And I don't want to either. That's all it is. And so it's just, people that you're going to want to spend time with and the problem free, drama free. I mean, I'm kind of dramatic, but not, you know what I mean? Uh, so, yeah, so I'm keeping it a secret. So that's what I'm saying. You get the DD. And But to other people that I haven't explained that to, that's what's up. So it's not about that or make it more difficult. No, far from it. Okay. In the future, whatever, maybe we'll have a gathering where it's like any whoever shows up, whatever, we'll deal with them. But it gets annoying. I'm telling you. Like Mike said, this watch me reprimand one. Get out of here. What are you doing here? There are people talking. Uh, so, but for this time, keeping a riffraff out and just making it so we could. It's not that much time that we have with each other, so we can make the most of it. That's all. Okay. Oh, bankers are going to hell. Just saying, right? Lenders work for the devil, right? Like the whole thing in this whole Ponzi scheme is all about, well, we'll lend you money over here and you owe us. It's like, yeah, no. Give someone money. Yes. If you have some money, give someone some money. If they ask, if you choose to, if you choose to, if you choose to, but don't lend anyone money. Don't do it. You know, you're going to hell. You're like, oh, I'm a banker here. Let me give you some. And okay. I'm not saying give everyone money. I'm not saying that. Say no, whatever. That's a different topic based on, you know, whatever God tells you to do with money. You're the trustee of your trust. You decide. I'll try to give you the principles here, what you should be doing in your life with your money and so on, so you can apply them. That's all. But you can't be like, hey, I signed up with a trust and I'm a banker and I'm good. Nope. It doesn't work that way. I'm just saying. Okay? Hey, can I buy a guillotine on Craigslist? I, right? Can you buy a guillotine on Craigslist? Exactly. They don't sell certain things. And so oil and water don't mix. That's exactly right. Thank you. I'm going to take it that way. Exactly. So, anyway, bankers, you know, you can't be out there lending money and be like, okay, I got the trust. So I'm fine now. That's what the Muslims do, right? The Muslim bankers. In the Quran, it's like you can't lend. Oh, okay. No, but that didn't really mean that. It's like, no, well, yeah, no. I'm what? Muhammad's clear on the bankers, right? The Quran's clear on the bankers. Jesus is clear on the bankers. Whoop. I'm clear on the bankers. Bankers go to hell. Just period. There's no, I don't equivocate. What are you talking about? They're the ones that are ruining everything. You see what I'm saying? How could the United States as a country owe money to someone? What? You, you printed dollars and now you owe money. Yeah, no, that's to who? Can I have their names, please, and their addresses? Give me the name and address of who you say I owe money to because I'm in your country. Who? Tell me who it is. What? No, they're going to hell straight up. Great Ponzi scheme. Congratulations. You go to hell. That's. I'm just saying. I had to deal with this spiritual issue in the classroom today, and I'm just being clear about it. That's all. I found another trust thief. Has a book on Amazon is your trust right inside the book. Oh my god! Only a couple of sentences are changed. Good thing they changed. It's so funny that they know enough to wreck it. I had to use, a trust uh, format has to have a bunch of certain things in it. It has to, or it's not a trust. So a lot of the format can be similar enough. So, but they're like, all we need to do is take out like Jesus Christ, like like let's just take out a couple things and whoo, here's how it's done. Here's how it isn't done. So funny, dude. They are just everywhere. Oh my god. I'll bring the book. Thank you. Oh, that's so good. He seemed like a decent guy. He did not have to go to the devil, right? It's so funny, what we're up against. So gathering is such a rare event that we're gonna do that I'm like, don't I'm not I'm gonna keep it under the collar here a minute, and yeah, we don't want it immediately ruined by them. They're good and know, like the devil knows, and that crew will show up, but we don't want the overt minions, we don't want Z or you know, oh my god, the list of the basics we don't want there. Uh, ESOL Frontier Trust, yeah, yeah. Used to directly work for me and stole it. It's incredible what they've done. It's just incredible. It is. So yeah, they're going to hell too. So you can see why I don't give out information and make plans and so on, because literally every single time in the past, except for going to India this last year, people just completely destroyed my life to the maximum capacity and continue to do so to this day. So it's really it doesn't really do anything for me to gather with people, to be honest with you. But it does a lot for you, and meeting people and having the experiences. Like, I don't even tell people what happens during my days and stuff like that. Like, why even? Yeah, you want to come hang out with me for a little bit? There goes a helicopter. There, all this stuff. I'm like, what? It's ridiculous. And the people can come up to talk to me and what they're talking about and all. They all know who I am. So, but it helps to see in the events that go on. Like, it's an individualized experience that you get to have. So, and God decides it. Uh, yeah. All right. What else do I have here? I've been working on a website. Not many changes up there, but I'm making some headway. I think it's going to be a lot more interesting and fun. I'm going to make it fun and interesting. And that's the way I got to go. Like, instead of like, oh, I want to make it more acceptable, I'm like, wait a second. Pull the sail in. Let's go faster. Let's lead this sucker over and start making some speed up here. Put up all the sails. So anyway, I was like, let's make them, because it's such an interesting thing. Look, look, look. I was like, did I say this last week? I apologize if I did. Okay. Uh, I was like, who is number one competition of a church, right? Let me look at their website, the Catholic Church. I was like, oh, let me look up the Catholic Church website. I never done that. They don't have a website. The Catholic Church does not have a website. That's right. Like the Catholic. I'm sorry, not the Catholic Church. Like, we, the Catholic religion. You see them saying that the Pope is ahead of it, that kind of crap. They don't have a website. The Catholic religion. They have a lot of like answers to questions and stuff like that. Read on the Catholic, whatever, how to know what a Catholic is and stuff. But they don't have the Catholic religion does not have a website. I was like, that's kind of clever. The Holy See, like the Pope, he's got a website. Sure. Yeah, no, our heavy hitters have websites. Your local church has a website or whatever, has some media presence, or you can find it on Google Maps or whatever, but no website for the Catholic religion. Oh, like that is really something. That you have quite a crew out there. You're not even taking one email. Zero. I was like, that's pretty efficient of you. What? Uh, their lizard went back to the ether for a cosmetic new carcass, right? The crab molted. It's like, hold on, my, my new shell has to become hard. I have to sit over here in the salt water of God for a sec. I'll be back. We'll puff some smoke for you when the crab is, it's exoskeleton origins again. Ah, I was so scared as a kid. My uncle would, sorry, lead his sailboat over and scare the piss out of me as we attack into the wind. That's what I'm talking about. It'll be interesting and fun. You'll remember it. It's like, dude, that is a church website. What the, like that? But with all the information I put out and stuff like that, I think it'll be fun to like go in that direction. So, and I'd love your feedback after I get going with it and all that. But I think it will be good and you know, not like, you know, jarring or nothing like that. I think it'd be visually good and stuff. I think it'd just be interesting in a different tack, than anyone's ever seen on a church website. So okay, that's good. I haven't been on a sailboat in a minute, but I used to, and it's fun. I can sail. Didi, Frank, they're so stupid, and that's a compliment. They have no clue. God replace them with a nice shadow. They are so creepy. Man, the thing I found even more stuff about that group lately. It's like, from what I heard, A to Z ain't running nothing. It's some little blind couch fairy running everything from behind the scenes. The hook, which who knows? They really have a high bias, so it's weird. People are gonna call me crazy, but I think he had Jim Nabors, Gomer Pyle, playing the role of the last anti-pope. I even found him singing imperfect. That's funny. Yeah, the Canaries can sing. That's true. They really can. Daniel's flavor of the year. Slade. I got Slade. But Paris would play Jim Nabors' music. Oh, that's sweet. He's got a voice, doesn't he? Okay, so I'm going down to my list of stuff here to get into. Right. Uh, I like the description of me that someone gave and I heard it out, a while ago. The man in the computer. So come and visit. I won't just be the man in the computer. He'll be at the gathering next week. So I'm looking forward to the man in the computer. Who is that man in the computer? Big brother. uh, Z just appears to give them the directions and spells. Yes, that's true. But man, they all, it's like Guardians, not the Guardians of the Galaxy, maybe like the Guardians of the Dome. Keep them in the dome, do whatever you got to do. Here's superpowers. And you all individually will have your own individual superpowers, work together, and keep them in the dome. Okay. Oh. So let's get into what I named the show about today. Unless you got something on your mind or you're going into anytime, just throw it out there. I'm happy to get into it. But I think that sort of brings us up to like getting into next week and a gathering and stuff like that. So, Okay. If you don't have information, direct message me. Feel free to bring it up now. Direct message me in the classroom. You'll be getting my phone number this week if you do that, and I'll make sure you're filled in on what's up when you're in town. There's not that many of us, so it's not going to be that big of a thing. Okay, be easy to stay in contact, and you know, uh, we're a flexible group. Get together about that, see you then, hang out, and then make plans when we're together for what to do next. And get to know each other. All right. Okay, so I was sitting there. I was like, man, God is so last minute with me. Sometimes it's never, it's like, oh, I gotta do a show. It's like, oh yeah, I'll tell you something to say. It's like, okay, could you do it before the show? Oh yeah, no problem. Could you do it, a couple hours before the show? Nah, you don't need it. I'll do it right before the show. It's like, oh, thanks. I don't want to burden you with knowledge. It's like, oh, I'll just sit over here not knowing that. Great. Anyway, joke on God. You hear from God, but it's really like the second you need it quite often. So I've been sitting there. I see so many like what they call wandering stars or satellites or whatever, which, satellite is saying light. So they really maybe wonder what's going on with the stars coming and going in our situation here. And so, uh, and I brought some of this up before, and I thought I'd go over a little more information in case I've been sort of a little unclear. So, you know, people are coming and going in between bodies here, right? Like someone's born in a baby's body, and oh, there goes her body. Someone died. You know what I mean? So uh, that's just the physical, you know, sponge that soaks up the spirit that comes in here, right? So, and whatever your Bible would say, oh, everyone's a drop of the ocean, and so we're coming through the firmament, yes, to get into this crystal ball, right? Coming through the firmament and coming from the ocean is God, and the non-physical part of God, and light that is God, and all the aspects that are God, right? You're a drop of that, right? Your soul, that star, wandering around slowly like that Satan light, right? That little ball up there that you see is not fixed. It's being cast, so it's liquid. So it's going through the liquid. It's still moving. There goes a ball. God's very economical on everything. He chooses to count it. So, he's very economical. So a sphere is like the most economical shape, a sphere. That's we're in a bubble, or, we're coming into a bubble. So when sending a drop, like a drop is a bubble. And so when sending in a drop from, God as everything into this fake scarce place, it comes a ball of light and everything that is God. And we're a part of God. See, but when we're in here, we don't feel we're a part of God. So that ball, you see it like, oh, here comes this his satellite, a satellite, a satellite. You see it slowly, and then it starts to fade out. You're like, where did that thing go? Disappears every time, right? I just see it all night long. I see them coming off the out of the west mainly, but not always. But I just like if I'm sitting in my hot tub just looking up at the stars, I'm like, here they come, just off the out of the Gulf. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and ooh, there's another one. There's another one. There's another one. And so these are, the lights of the sky, like the firmament, where those stars are. That's sort of the time you come in and the location. You What happens is that light goes to become a star. You see what I'm saying? Or it's leaving its star position and going out. It's doing one of the two. You know, it's either coming or going. A soul is coming or going out, in or out of the firmament. and changing location. They're going to heaven or hell outside of here. They're going to God, whatever they're doing, that's what they're doing. And they're going to their respective positions where some are okay, you're leaving, and then it wakes out and back you went to God. Okay. The other ones are coming, and then they stop at the right location and become a star, you see. And so that, sort of three-dimensionalist shape of a sphere gets locked into the firmament, which is more of a two-dimensional reality, not completely two-dimensional, but more of a two-dimensional reality. Yes, because it's like, cast and liquid. It has a certain depth. I don't know what that is, if it is anything. But that sphere becomes like a circle. You see the saying, like a circle becomes a circle. You look up there, and a star is like, you look up at it, and if you've seen it like on the good camera images, as some people do with that great, P1000 like Canon camera, you see like all this energy is sort of a circle, basically. That's a star, and but that's your soul up there, right? That's this. It's all the energy of God is up there, a drop of it, and that's your portal in and out of here, right? That's how your soul gets in and out. Oh, I had an experience. I met with God. Well, you went out of your portal, and then God put you back in. Yeah, okay. That's our in and out of here. You see, well, if you're in the body, you're not out. You're in the body. But if you're out, it's like, poop, out you go. You come back in. Jesus came with a star. Remember that story? Oh, Jesus was never born, mind you. But the story of, oh, if someone gets bored, they would have a star. And this guy comes with a super bright star. What? See, we usually, when you come here, because we're usually, not always, but a lot of times we're replacing, someone dies. Oh, you went to God. Hey, great. But bring in someone else from the bottom. And so the star's not very bright. It like wakes out and, oh, it's up there. And where did the thing go? Like it's just, it's just another star up there. But the brighter the star, right? The closer to God, and it's like more powers or whatever. And you get out of here. So that's why also it's depicted in a lot of artwork, churches, temples, and so on, of a halo. Yeah, a circle, meaning you're connected to what you are connected to your circle. You can come and go. You're meaning you're already connected to God. You're in here. That's not supposed to happen. You see, you're supposed to leave and go with God, but there are very few individuals. God sets a number. You look at God speaks by Mayor Obama. Look at the numbers. Who's on every level? Who the perfect masters are? Where who the perfect ones are? There aren't many of them. The saints, whatever. But the perfect ones have a halo. So, it doesn't mean they necessarily have a circular ring around their head as they're walking around. No, the portal, why would the portal change location? It's still up there, but they have access to it. It's just saying, oh, what's different about this individual? They have access to their, it's like, what's different when you have Christ consciousness? Oh, one with the Father. Meaning, my consciousness is going out, the halo hole, the star hole, right? The wormhole there. And a worm is in your brain, God. So that's what that halo business is about. You know, hey, I'm reconnected to God. I did all this stuff. I'm still here in the body. Wait, hey, you end up knowing everything. You're one with God. You're like, I know the game. I know what's up. You have any questions? You're not gonna want to hear what I have to say, by the way. It's like, now you're really not gonna like it. I get a lot of that, except for you all. I'm reading the Game of Souls. Good. I already knew the free energy thing from my research. Cool. Pretty sure I could uh, be a car. Uh, you could be a car engine to run with gasoline. Others have done it, but they did not have the trust. Oh, right. Teddy the grumpy crocodile is on vacation. Tedious. Build one. Oh, I got you, Jay. Build one. No, you're cool. No, that'd be interesting. They're already built flying over our heads with them jet engines. You go watch the Jay Leno video on the Chrysler turbine engine, and in the video, like you watch it on YouTube probably for free, Jay Leno, whatever. But I think that's where I saw it. And so anyway, it's got a turbine engine, runs on air, right? Like a jet engine. Anyway, at one point in the video, he's riding around. Yeah, they didn't make anymore. Just have this one. And they at one point show the dash with the uh, gas meter in it, right? The E and the F, and it's past E. It's like nothing in the tank. Such a joke. They all know is so funny. Oh my goodness. Hilarious. They do pop out of nowhere, Didi. Nowhere is a great term for where they pop out of. Jason, I believe the body of water, the beautiful beach of Sarasota is actually an ocean. Didi. Yeah, the Gulf of Mexico, America. So you're unlikely to see any alligators. No, you might see a shark. Nah, they're pretty rare there. You might see a manatee that time of year. The water's warming up. Sometimes they go out in the Gulf. They're so cute. We got some cute animals right here. We have the cutest animals of anywhere, I think, is here. We have owls that are like this big, and they live in the ground in little holes. They are so super cute. It's like you look like a little Star Wars cutest thing they could come up with after years or billions of dollars. It's like, but no, you're better. You're like, God beat all of your cute little antics, cute little owls. Then we have gopher turtle, the fastest turtle on earth. They're not that small, and they eat like grass, and they're all running around everywhere. They're black. Like if you're on a legacy trail, you probably see one. They're out there doing their thing in a lot of places. And I see this year. I seen a couple pink flamingos. I'll being out on a legacy trail, like taking a bike ride, and I seen a pink flamingo in a couple locations this year. So we got that. I was saying we got manatees. What? Come on, we got all the cute stuff down here. Alligators are super rare here near the salt water. Actually, they're inland. They're a lot more because there's no salt water. They don't like that. Crocodiles do salt water, but we don't have crocodiles around here. So we just got alligators. But we don't really have them around that salt water. So you can go swim at the beach. There's no gators. They don't go in salt water. So they're not a problem around here. Uh, yeah. Yeah, sharks are fun. We got sharks teeth you can collect them on the beach too. That's fun. Uh, are stars only for humans? Right? Uh, Such a great question. But really, I think animals mostly are. Uh, wow, what a great question. I don't. Right? No, you got you're like coming and going and coming and going. Uh, that's so interesting because they can shapeshift into one of them. You know what I'm saying? Into a creature. So it's about individualized consciousness. It must be when it gets to a certain location, then you're coming and going, and eventually you get a way out of here. A star. What a killer question. Oh yeah. You need that flamingo. I've only seen a flamingo here like once in all the years I've been here, but I see one I seen two of them this year. I guess maybe because I'm not riding my bike more, but they're really super rare around here. I just they're incredibly rare. I didn't know if I'd ever see one, and I saw one day years ago. I was like, "That it was a flamingo, pink flamingo." What? But no, I see two times this year. Just go right above my head, like, okay. We have other cute birds that are pretty close to as cute as a flamingo walking around, some pink ones and stuff. But not that cute. But we have some strange behavior birds that just get very close to you. You might meet some. So Papa Pig, indeed, indeed. You want to see a baby tiny out? No, there. The baby was too. I see one of them. There's like I was like, is that a real actual? Are you breathing over there? I was like, what in the super cute world of what in the heck? Anyway, you never see anything like it. Even if you look them up on the internet now, you'd be like, that thing is so super cute. What in the world? Anyway, they're rare, but I've seen them. You had a hair flying over your head, walking with the other day. Yeah. Yeah, we got them giant sandhill cranes here. They're almost as tall as people. Sometimes they're just standing around a certain time of year in the winter and stuff in a rain beaks. They're like, hey, you're tall. You're go by him, and then two of them stand there like, oh hi. Hi. Hey, you're tall. uh you're like almost you're like as tall as me practically over there. Look at you. They're beautiful. Uh Frank, I'll show you what I got. There's an easier way to do the carpet. Cool. You could jump and touch it, right? They're just very close. All right. I did it. I'm really working on some website ideas that I think are going to be much better, and I'm looking forward to your feedback. It's hard. Creating is not an easy process at all. It really isn't. Oh, thank you. Okay, so one thing that I'm going to do with this website and stuff is I'm just gonna like I'll announce about it one day. Is this a one true church? I'm just gonna put up on a website. Yes, it's a one true church. How could the Catholic Church be the one true Christian church? First of all, it's not a Christian church. It's just doesn't even have Christ or Christian in the title. They're Catholics. It's like plus they're Roman Catholics. It's like, aren't you the ones that killed him? Aren't you? So you're saying you're Roman? That's this is the Roman version. You're gonna control. You're the Romans. And you're the ones that killed him. But now you're good. Is that your is I see why you don't have a website. You know, like wait, what? If you just think about it for a minute, it's so stupid. The Romans have the one true church. It's like I don't. Does that sound right? Anyone? How about your actions? Oh, I. You did what with? You had children in buildings to do what with them? To lie to them and then do what? You what? Okay, I see why you don't have a website. I see why you're not the one true church. No, we're with Paul from the beginning. It's like, so you're saying all that history is real? Okay, uh huh, uh huh. And so you did all that teaching of people and slaughtering of Indians and misuse of everyone, but you still have all the big buildings. And you still got a religion. I don't. Is anyone going for that story anymore? Do you really? Oh, that's why you don't have a website. Oh, okay. the Rome is. It's like, the empire. Uh, yeah, the Empire Church. It's like, but aren't you the one enslaving us? It's like, yes, well, we're with Jesus because that's the Empire Church. Now is the one true church because we have the one true marketing budget. uh, so I really thought, like, what would make a one true church? What would make any church valid, right? Any church or any religion, honestly, at this point. What would make any religion valid? I was like, what makes a church or a religion valid? They have a living individual who has done and has proof they've done miracles. Someone alive, right? Wouldn't that be the one true church? Like, oh, you have not a book, not a story, none of that. No, a history. No, we have stuff. We got an altar. We got a building. We got a story. We got all the. We have the things. We're stories like crazy. We have fairy tales. You and buildings. We have fairy tales and buildings. It's like, yeah, I noticed that. Do you have? Because I went to the Bible Center. I remember I was like, after being there, and getting God realized this stuff, I was like, finally went to the front desk one day. I was like, do you have anyone in India actually alive who's like a saint anywhere? Do you know what I mean? Because do they exist? Because I'm finding myself standing here alone. Like, where's anyone? And so I really think that that is the measure and metric of, you know, if there's one true church or not. Like, what have you done? Okay, you laid down and you didn't die for a number of years in one location. Laying down, saying, okay, maybe you did. That's hard to prove. Uh, but my proof exists, and it's a proof that extends out to others. Like, sanctuary has been extended to others. Sanctuary of, oh no, pay the IRS and pay the, can't get out of death and taxes. Oh yeah. Oh, really? So I'm saying that's going to be in a website, and I think that's just a logical conclusion to the interpretation of what the one true church would be. You have someone alive who has done miracles for God and has proof and helps other people do miracles for God. You have that, yes or no? That would be the one thing. I was like, oh wait, I have that, so I'm going to focus on that. So yeah, I'm going to pull, tighten up the sails. Let's lead that sucker over. Uh, you know, got to be real about it. And give away the reasons why I'm doing things and what the principles are that are involved. Uh, plus, I'm not saying that I'm have done anything that anyone else doesn't have to do. Like, everyone here's read the book, right? Bear Bob is like, he's very clear. This is what you have to do. Everyone has to follow the same path basically and do the same thing. So it's just good to know what you have to do is, and then if you need any guidance, let me know. I'll tell you. Because I did it and won the game. So really, that's if you don't have someone that can answer your questions, that's made it all the way and got God realization. Like, what do they have really? How is it a one true church? You know what I'm saying, or a religion or whatever? How? I don't. You see the saying because you say, oh no, you can become one with God. That's what. Oh, Christianity. I'm one with the Father. Oh, okay. You could do that. Yes. Well, who has that now? You see the saying? That's why Mayor Obama is like, you have to find someone that has that now. That's the only thing to do. There's nothing else to do. You look for someone that has Christ consciousness now, alive in a body, and you go see if that's true or not, and then you ask them, question and get information, and they'll have useful information, and no one else will have useful information. No one. How could they? They can't. All they have is what everyone else has. What's in the dome? They don't have anything else. You see, so that's really the principle that will make me lead into that particular part of the situation and why. In 1969, they turned their back to the God on the cross, so the Mass is said with the priest backwards to God. Oh, how does that work if you turn your back on a judge in a courtroom? Yes. Yeah, no, he's got a pretty good point there, don't he? Yeah. The church has to be free. I mean, yeah. Hi, it's free to chat with me. Here I am. So, yeah, they might have some way to donate on the church website, and maybe I'll have some other stuff on there. I don't know. But yeah, no, it's hi. This part, the information is free. I probably have a minister course at some point, which will be like a course that people could take and stuff like that. That might have some financial value. I haven't gotten to that point yet, but that's part of the things I want to do, like the marriage certificate and baptismal certificate, and then ultimately, a minister course eventually. I think that would be very helpful for people because you want to be one with God. You want to be out there ministering to others and tell people the truth. Okay, here it is, and I can help you with that and through that process. So I haven't gotten to that place yet, but that's where the website will build to, is making into that minister course. So yeah, the website, the church, and all that stuff. But then if you want to get into the minister part and get training, that would be outside of. I mean, that's already been done with a lot of you all. But I just, if I were to formalize it and stuff like that, I might do some of that and give away a lot of the principles and stuff of how to be with God and all that. So maybe that part, Dee Dee. But the church part, this part, free, yeah, of course. Jay, everyone for has forgot the basics. That's what I'm saying, and I would go over the basics. No, exactly. So I would like to do that. Get into that over time. That's kind of like after I get the website working up, I'm going to really take some time to see how to put a minister course together. So become a minister, Christian minister, or whatever. So, but really make it useful and valid and so on. So that will take time. Uh, Didi, they are like you can check out anytime you like. Flamingo's scientific name is Phoenix. That's interesting. Oh, Phoenicoparus. Interesting. Yeah, it's funny. I only started seeing them really recently. Uh, good catch. New Life mythology. Yes, can other ministers baptized? That's what I would make it. So that yes, that's what I would make it. So it's like you could officially get into. Once you can officially get into the spiritual hierarchy, then you understand the principles and stuff, and you follow the procedures and hold the space properly, you realize all you're doing is praying for God to step in, and you're giving proper notification to God. You're holding the space for that. So if it's given through the spiritual hierarchy, which that's I'm the top of it, so I'd be giving it out as giving out a prescribed method that's already prescribed in the Bible is a-okay. So you see, it allows you, the kneeling to do it to someone else allows you to show you have no ego. All the pieces of it are useful. They are useful on the spiritual path. All of them have to be done at some point. So it's good to formalize it into a procedure. Why not? God made up the baptism thing, and okay. So, but to the inner circle, people who really want to know about God, I mean, you do these ceremonies to, set a stage and hold a space and have a trust and so on. We have a body down here, like we need, the uh, the framework, the proper framework to, act, live, do. This is about actions. Your karma is about your actions. So how you set up your framework, how you do things, all that matters. If you set up with the proper spiritual hierarchy, it matters. That's why you think, you know, the Poe family got, the application approved for oh, you're in that church in the spiritual hierarchy. Okay, approved. So I'm just saying, ultimately, this is real. God is real. So there is a real one true church. There is a real spiritual hierarchy. Either there is or there isn't. And so, either the truth is going to come out at a certain point, I say judgment day, or it's not. So it's happening very quickly as far as I see it. So we're just going to keep playing it out. Pell family is so blessed. I could agree more. What a great thing to say. Uh, I 100% agree. So anyway, that's what's unfolding here. And next week we'll be seeing each other, which is exciting. Uh, I look forward to seeing you, giving each a hug, and I'll say a prayer. God blesses you, and I think that's where we're getting to. If no one has any other thoughts or questions, we could tell you're so excited. I mean, you know, it is great. It can be a little bit like, oh man, is everybody gonna make it okay and stuff? I was like, well, that's on God. So, but then, still got my own schedule of work and everything, so I'm adding to it. So it's definitely gonna wear me out, but in a good way. Uh, bring all your questions, your thoughts, whatever. Bring them for each other. You're the ones that really matter in here. You're the ones that are pulling off the truth of being with God and so on. So you're supposed to bug me. Like if you come to a gathering and you're like, oh, that guy's talking spiritual, you're supposed to bug me. You're supposed to be like, hey, what about this? What about that? Like that's what Alan did. He's like, I gotta get to the bottom of this. What about this? What about that? He did. Grilled me to the bone. I was like, okay, man, I feel like I'm all crispy stuff now. It's grilled perfectly. It's all caramelized. You've been questioned. Every question has been asked. Totally cooked. So no, yeah, by talking to us. No, it's okay. But that's what happens is you end up talking to each other because what you find out is y'all are super interesting your own selves. And that's the beauty of it is how wonderful the people are that are coming. So I'm looking forward to seeing you. All right. So maybe if we don't have anything else, maybe we'll say prayer for each other and look forward to seeing you this coming week. It'll be great. Little ones are coming too. I'm excited about that. They have a big adventure. Uh, and so with the parents watching over them, very exciting. It's a wonderful place to come to. It's very beautiful here, so I think I'll have a good time. You plan on coming to the gathering on Sunday the 4th? Yeah. Cash only stay for a fewer number of hours. Fantastic. I look forward to seeing you. Come to this thing on noon if you're going to be here then. Okay, that's the 4th is Sunday. Great. All my love in the name of Jesus Christ. Oh, praying for each other. That's great. Uh, we'll need exact address or area. Yes. Message me, Jason, in the classroom. Okay, please. In Liberty Aid Academy, you're in there, right? And so get in there, start, be in the classroom you want to anyway. Message me in there. I'll get you my phone number. I'll make sure you're filled on where you need to go and stuff like that. Okay? Please. My son and Jamie both 12. Yes. That should be fun. Uh, and someone else, too, has a son coming. Got it. In the classroom. Yeah. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jason. They go get my phone number, and then it'll be like, oh, hey, we're going to be here. We're going to I'll make sure you got it all sewed up. But start in the classroom, please. Okay. All right. Fantastic. You want a scooter? Yeah. Good idea. Scooter's fun around here. Electric bike is super great in Sarasota and Legacy Trail and stuff like that. Anyway, but yeah, you're gonna go down to the beach. Scooter, yeah, yeah, because the scooter can't go where a bike can, and we got some pretty good, but Scooter's fine and around Sarasota for sure. You're both bringing one on the plate. Oh, wow. Oh, that's what? That's so cool. Come on. I'm out of the loop, but I will be soon. Haha. I wish it was. Uh, Dumb question. Do they have bike rentals? Oh, everywhere. Yes. Super many. What? So many places. Yes, yes, yes. Electric bikes. They got a lot of kind of rental of everything. Yes. Anyway, that's super cool. This is going to be fun. Uh, So I look forward to seeing everybody next week. This will be great. Glad you're coming this way. When I got here first time, I was like, what, this place exists? I'm moving here. You like it. So until then, everyone, let's say a prayer for each other. Safe travels, happy travels, interesting, but not, uh, annoying travels. Interesting, but not annoying in any way. But interesting, travels. I hope all the younger ones come and have a great time in their adventures. And I look forward to seeing you all. God bless you one and all. J Baba, Jesus Christ, watch over Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. Angel Gabriel, watch over all of them. Okay, they come. Fun, fun, fun until Daddy takes the T-bird away. Yeah, no, we'll have a great week and we'll make plans for what do you want to do next time? What should we do? We'll have fun talking about it. Okay, I look forward to seeing you all. God bless you, one and all. Until next week. Okay, really thank you for the support, each one of you. I really, truly, I wouldn't be able to do this without your support. So God bless you and thank you.